This is the 2015 Vans World Cup of Surfing quarterfinal heat number 4. We've got 4 surfing superstars hitting the water. 2 Brazilians, 2 Australians. Gabriel Medina, Ebelli representing Brazil. Yaden Nickel and Julian Wilson from Australia. 30-minute heat in the water. Top 2 surfers will advance on the strength of their top 2 scores. Pete, how are we looking?
Well, we're looking like we got some action in the water. Gabriel Medina.
Gabriel Medina on his back end. Surfer in red. Huge backside snap to start this wave off. Goes straight back into his bottom turn. Right back up into the lip. Kicking his tail out with force. Gabriel Medina, quick under the lip snap. Reminiscent of the wave that got him through the quarterfinals.
Well, that was some amazing backhand surfing from Gabriel Medina, which he seems like he's feeling like he's picking up his energy level slightly, you know, kind of cruising at times. And then all of a sudden you look at him right here and a little bit of extra energy carried throughout this wave, especially with that backside hook. This is going to be a great score for Gabriel as he finishes the wave, kicks out into the channel, and with that, we'll take the early lead. Well, I take that back. He did have a win, but like, you know, he's had the high semifinals. He's been posting incredibly high heat totals, you know, throughout. He was even doing it when he had losses. So, I mean, he hasn't lost the talent. It's just a matter of a little bit of the focus maybe in the early stages, but now, you know, his focus is there.
Ebelli, speaking of focus, he has been focused full force on winning the QS series. And so far, so good for Ebelli. That wave didn't end nicely, but it started off strong. And watch out, Gabriel Medina. The momentum is with our current world champion as he pulls in. One of the first backside barrels we've seen in this entire event. Gabriel Medina, it is going to be tough to stop the champ. How he's surfing now.
He's clicked in by a long shot, just clicked in. That is tough to do, to slow down going that fast in the inside bowl. You know, it's so easy just to like try and put your bum in the wave and have it literally just knock you square off. As you see, Ebelli here, first off, different board here. You haven't seen him, I haven't seen him on this board yet. So a little bit different equipment. He has to probably figure out a little adjustment. As you see right here, tries to lay into his final turn. Looks pretty good though. You just hear he tried to give a little extra and grabbed that rail and went down. But then look at this from Gabriel Medina. Just hammers the top, perfectly placed and timed. Comes in and then bang, slows that bump down, gets right in that barrel and comes out clean. He's going to add some more points to his already 7.33. Here it is from the water. That was beautiful. So good. Sets it up, slows down, gets a big breath of air before he goes in, comes out clean.
And everybody's in the same boat, waiting for scores. 18 minutes, 15 seconds to go throughout this whole event. And now they know every score is that much more impactful as we round out the year on the qualifying series. This is Julian Wilson, another surfer who's shooting for the stars, looking for that world championship title. Big, perfectly executed turn, so smooth. Julian Wilson, third turn, not so much. There goes Yaden Nickel. He's been very quiet in this heat. Now he's starting to make some noise. The big turns, now just getting through a rough patch and cannot hang on. So all 3 of our surfers now finding some trouble on that inside section. This is live action. Gabriel Medina again. How does he do it?
Oh, man.
Big snap, grabs the rail into his bottom turn. Somehow he just regained composure, nearly falling through the bottom turn. 2 big turns. His last score is coming in as a whopper. He's going to run away with this heat, Pete.
Yeah, looking pretty solid, isn't he? Well, there's the takeoff from Julian Wilson, but look at this. He's got some pretty amazing technique. We talked about it earlier in his round of 32 heat. Here he is in the quarters, but that straight up approach at Sunset Beach, so hard to do, but he has done it. I mean, there's an example. He goes up into the whitewash and not able to pull it off. But this is Yaden's first real scoring wave. This one was tough to ride. It was a bucking bronco, especially when he hit the river rapids on the inside here. There was some clean face, but now you can see all the ribs coming up, all that water moving out through the channel, affected that wave, and gave it a really tough look. And then inside bowl action from Gabriel Medina, straight up attack, upside down, laying into that turn, fully committed, gets the second turn in before the channel. That's going to be another good score. I feel like it's going to be even better, the 7.33.
Very excited for that. So 12 minutes, 55 seconds go. Scores starting to come through now. Gabriel Medina, 6.6. His last wave, that's not going to crack into his top two. Julian Wilson with a 7.23. Yaden Nichols, second wave, a 3.67. Here we go. Julian Wilson needs to answer back in a big way, and he does with his first turn. Massive forehand snap. Carves under the lip. Gets around this big, meaty section with a beautiful turn. Julian Wilson has added strength to his game.
Well, only had the one wave, the 7.23, and now is adding points. Didn't need a whole lot to move into the second position. And Gabriel Medina, that last wave only, 6.6 for upside down backhand snap. I really liked it. I thought a little bit higher, but either way, two solid backups to his 9.23.
This is a different heat, the Medina surfing, than his previous one, where he just came through at the end. This was during the break. Cowie Belly.
Little layback hook. Straight back into it again. Throws down another similar style of turn. Couldn't do it. So low score there, but Julian Wilson, this score is going to be very similar, if not better, than his first wave. First turn solid, and then this one, another round arc right there in the inside bowl. And he kicks out.
Well, Cowie Belli is going to be taking notes right now because he is looking at his future next year, surfing against guys like Gabriel Medina, Julian Wilson. And here goes Yaden Nichols. Do not count Yaden out.
No, you don't. Especially after the wave he got earlier. He could find that one again. The first turn was nice. Had to chase down this next section here, but not giving up as he kicks out. Score is going to be in the moderate range.
Thanks, guys. Well, it's going to take a Herculean effort to win this event. The field absolutely stacked to the gills. Some incredible talent. Here's one of them. Cowie Belli hunting a two.
And he's found it and gets an exit. Comes out of that one clean. This is exactly what he needs to do if he wants to get through this heat in these last few seconds here, few minutes. And doesn't get that completion, but the barrel was pretty solid. See where it goes into the scoreline.
Yeah, I like this angle. Big, deep tube. Perfect exit. It's going to be enough for a Cowie Belli in 8.27. Judges loving the tube ride.
Yeah, well, it's still not enough to get him into second, though. It is a good, solid score. And
well, they didn't love it that much.
It's good. It's good, though. I mean, considering you look at Julian Wilson, both his scores are sevens, right? So now Cowie Belli needing a 6.73.
This is current leader, Gabriel Medina. Just a massive backside hook. Again, carving hard back towards the white water. Straight back up into the lip. It's the first time he's fallen in this heat. Gabriel Medina.
Bit of an awkward fall,
big turns
too.
out the back.
But bounces right up. All good. You know, when you fall kind of with your board like that and your feet are still on it, you always wonder, oh gosh, knees, ankles, anything. But bounced right up as we watch, again, Medina on fire on the backhand. Just great technique. See how he always fades his bottom turn, so he times it to just perfectly hit as that awkward fall. Oof.
Again, I like he didn't have to go up and try and off-lib on that last section. He can't help himself.
Committed. But two nice arcs, though, anyway. And great wave selection, too. You know, this one was a bigger set wave that rolled all the way through the inside bowl. It's not easy seeing that type of wave, you know, out at sunset.
Gabriel Medina is just looking ravenous right now. Not slowing down one bit. Cowie Belli needs a 6.73. Nice start. Big carve straight back into the impact zone. Another good cut back on the open face. Stalling. Hoping for a little pit on the inside. Doesn't get it, but nice little layback jam towards the end. That could be right there. He's looking for a 6.73.
And it, you know, judging is all about comparisons, right? So got to look at what Julian did on his 7 2-3 and, you know, put it into comparison and make the call from that point. So you folks at home, do it. Was it enough? As we watch Gabriel Medina up and riding again.
Surprise, surprise. Gabriel Medina up again. Basically surfing a heat by himself at Sunset Beach with all the rest of the surfers in this heat just fighting for that second place position. 3 minutes, 14 seconds to go. Julian Wilson in second place. Caio Ebelli, he is in third. He is looking for a 6.73. Here's a look at his last wave.
Here you go, dissected at home. First turn, solid. Right in the cornice of the wave. Another wrap, comes the inside, looks where he's gonna go stall. Kind of pumps down the line and then cheeky little snap to finish it right there, just to put a little, yep, I got another maneuver in. And then we'll watch Gabriel again.
Again.
Backhand.
And again.
Yeah. But this turn here, something different. Gets a little drift to the tail. You know, he's probably on a 6.6 and just whipping it.
His list of tricks is 15 pages long. Oh my goodness, Caio Ebelli, he left it up to the judges. You can't do that. You have to make it obvious that it's above what you need. It's right there, a 6.57. Caio Ebelli still needing 6.73. Friends in Oceanside, another peak spot. Buccaneer, they're watching. Everybody's just partying, watching the finals here, and it's going off. This show is the show that keeps on giving. Julian Wilson now up and out. A minute and a half to go. Last chance. Yede Nickel, well, he's comboed. I don't know if this wave's going to be a 15.
Nope, can't happen.
But a great result for Yede Nickel. He has surfed with a lot of heart and a lot of guts in this contest. Just like that, straight up in the lip. You know, if you're looking at the year as a whole, quarterfinal finish is great in a QS 10,000. Sure. As of now, it appears Gabriel Medina and Julian Wilson will be joining Stu Kennedy and Matt Wilkinson. But here we go, last chance. Caio Ebelli, big turn under the lip. This is a bouncy, awkward looking wave. That is not going to be it. The victory lap.
Guess who's up and riding?
Gabriel Medina on his 50th wave of this heat, showing no sign of stopping it, no sign of taking it easy. Huge snap to airdrop. He just ollied down 15 stairs right there, Pete. One more look. Julian Wilson. You know, you got to be careful on these last two waves when you come in. These boards are all looking real crispy and real nice.
Yeah.
You do not want to risk breaking a board after you've won the heat. That's it. Quarterfinal number 4 is done. Gabriel Medina. Masterful performance here at Sunset. He will be in the semifinals along with Julian Wilson.